Harry's Garage video, and yes, we're back at R Proietti, this Fiat Empire in central London. We're just up the road from King's Cross. You couldn't get more central for this sort of operation. We came here, as if you've been watching my videos, we did a part one. I've got that little classic Fiat 500, and it's come down here to have the engine enhanced, shall we say. I wanted to go up to 595cc and do some tweaks on it. And Steph Proietti, last time we were here, he'd stripped the engine down. We discovered a few things, like it was already 595, which came as a complete surprise. But things have moved on since we were last here, and it's just lovely coming down here because you get just in this incredible part of London, all these Fiat 500s, all this Italianness. And I decided actually to come down in the Fulvia 1600, my little Zagato, because they wanted to see it. Yeah, I have to say, driving in London in 2024 is not great fun. It's speed bumps, it's 20-mile-an-hour zone, it's crowded, it's people cutting in, and with a rally spec engine running 45s, the last thing it wants to do is cruise along at 20 miles an hour in those sort of zones. Yeah, it used to be a lot more fun years ago, but this is really lovely to see. This standard F-Red, is that 67? Little Fiat 500 here, and I love it's got a GRC badge in the front. Right drives, that's super rare actually to see one of those. But there's all sorts of things here. When we came, they were just backing out the craziest Fiat 695, fully modded with the engine lid open. I want to have a look at that, so Steph's going to take us around that as well at the end of the video. But for now, I think he's hiding in the engine room. Let's go and see what's happened to the engine. Steph.
Hey.
Engine bits.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
And you. Almost an engine.
Almost an engine.
Yeah. It's changed quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, and we ought to explain what's happened, shouldn't we? Because yeah, after the last visit, you showed me those super sexy 695cc and the alloy barrels, and I went home and thought, am I missing a trick here? Because if we were to rebuild it as a 595, that's what I had before, wasn't it? And would I actually, which was a big surprise. And I just thought, wow, we've got this far, why not go to 695? And you said, well, we could do it, but there's quite a lot of work, wasn't there, involved to get into this stage?
Yeah, there's a lot of modifications to be made to get it to fit. Yeah, we're nearly there. This is a dry build, just to make sure everything is fitting and working.
I couldn't get over how much work it was actually. You just think they just plop on the casing, and it's not quite like that, is it?
It's
really?
not, no, because firstly the pistons are shorter, so you've still got the same stroke, but you need to get the deck heights right. And if you left it as it was, you'd have the 5mm protrusion.
5mm inside the head, so super low compression and just doesn't work, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we've had to machine the top of the block.
Yes.
And that was also a bit of a trial because my normal machinist couldn't do it.
Yes.
And the problem is getting their mill inside to get into there. In fact, they just refused to do it. And the guy I had do it, who used to do it for me, he's looking to retire, and every time one of his machines breaks, he doesn't replace it. Yeah. So the machine he was using to do that, the trusty old machine that he was doing for me, doing all my blocks for me, he said, "Sorry, can't do it." So we had we were trying to find somebody to do it, someone not too far away, so we could actually go and see them and speak to them about it. And then eventually, I thought, am I going to ask Dad? Dad's got a mill and a lathe at home.
Right.
And he sort of, I said, well, you need to do some work to the mill to fix it and that. So, okay, we went there, and with a bit of his help, we got it going.
But you had to fix the mill first before you could...
before we could actually do it. But we worked out it would fit, because that was the main thing. It was... A lot of the engineers were saying, "Oh, we can't get the." It was this clearance here that was the problem.
It's crazy tight, actually. Unreal how close that is. They pushed it. So 695 is the absolute limit. This is it, isn't it?
On this block, I would say so. Yeah. On the 650 block, there's a bit more meat on it, so you can do a bit more with it.
Wow. Dad came to the rescue.
Yeah.
And we now have the basis then for 695, don't we, on here?
Yeah.
And there's the Abarth sump on it as well.
Yeah.
Is it?
Nice.
So I can lean this over. Yeah, you can sort of see that.
Yeah, that should give us that good 4 litres of extra litre and a half of oil.
Extra, right.
Which will help with the cooling and.
Yeah. Which is good. I mean, the whole idea of this is the high torque engine, isn't it? I don't want to make some crazy. That 695, we ought to have a look at that, how far you can go if you really want to go nuts. But that is not what this one's about. It's just adding torque, really. What else have we got here? Head, which you've done some work.
Yeah, so we've done the head. So the important thing here is getting the right compression ratio. So we measured the volumes and we had to take just under 2 mil off. Yeah, so now we've got the right compression ratio for that. We've opened up the throats inside the valve seats.
Oh right, so I just got hold of this. Yeah.
We haven't.
So you haven't ported it
I haven't
at all?
ported it, no. I will do some.
Right.
It's not because we're using a standard carburetor.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still can't get over. That's all it breathes through is that one hole, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's quite restrictive, isn't it? Yeah. They never did a different head for tuning, did they?
Yes,
Abarth?
for tuning. Abarth did a twin port head for tuning.
Oh, did they?
They did, yeah.
Are they still available?
Yeah, people are recasting.
Right.
All sorts.
Yeah. I'm not going there. Don't panic. We're not going to have another phone call in a couple of days.
The Panda 30 head, which you'll see on that 695 up there, that's a twin port head.
Right, because there was a Panda, wasn't there, with this air-cooled engine in it right at the beginning.
Indeed, yeah,
and
650.
that's that one.
It was called Panda 30, yeah, and they had a twin port head,
right,
a twin choke carburetor,
right,
and a lot of people use those heads.
I see. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Valve guides as well.
Yeah, new valve guides.
Right. Oh, good. So that's all done. The new valves, I'm guessing.
Yeah, new valves. Yeah, new valves, and then we back up the valves as well, so you get a better flow.
Oh, okay. And the compression ratio now would be nearer to 10 to 1 than 7 to 1 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just new oil pump by the look of things.
New oil pump. Yeah. Really, just we always fit new oil pumps on a rebuild.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And then we've lightened the flywheel.
Yes.
So
where have you done that then? How have you done that?
So
all inside.
back there.
Oh wow.
So
wow. That's quite a lot, isn't it?
Taken nearly 3 kilos off.
3 kilos of metal.
Nearly 2. I think 2.75.
What's it weigh anyway then?
It's just over 7 kilos. And now it's 4 1/4.
That's a huge amount. Good Lord, that is enormous. I didn't know you took that much off.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, that must make it behave very differently.
Yeah, it
especially
does.
with 695.
Quite a lot more zingy when you rev them.
Yeah. There is a different camshaft in there as well, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
Yeah. Which is part of the mods.
Yeah. This 4080 cam on this one we've gone for.
Right. So that's that. And then, you'll explain what happened with the tinware. So, I thought it'd all be painted, but it should have been.
It should have been painted. It was all prepped to powder coat.
Yeah.
That's meant to be satin matte, and it's definitely not satin matte.
So it's basically the wrong labelled tin when you actually sprayed it. Well, hang on a minute. This is matte. So anyway, that's why that isn't.
But we're actually powder coating, not spraying them.
Oh, okay.
I think I just saw a delivery next door, so I think the correct one's
come out.
We can go full speed ahead on that.
Right. You thought almost you're going to have to use a different crank, didn't you? But
yeah. Well, part of the problem with the cylinders being so low down is as the big web sweeps around, it will touch the bottom of the cylinders, the barrels.
Right.
So we were firstly, when I spoke to you the other day, we were talking about maybe swapping the crank out for a later crank that has a narrower web or a cutout for that very purpose. But then we've decided that we're actually going to just machine the bottom of the barrels
Of the
instead.
barrels. Yeah.
Just to allow, because it's not by much. It's only it's only a couple of mil.
Right. Well, that's good. So yeah, it keeps the original crank, doesn't it?
It does.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It's almost just an assembly after
Yeah.
that, because everything is pretty much prepped. Yeah. Then we'll just assemble it and throw it back in the car.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah. Same carb. I can't remember what we're doing. Carburetor. You getting a new carburetor, or are you putting the old one back on? I can't remember now.
I've got the old one over there. So with the if you just pass over the top of it there.
This one. This bit. Oh, this bit where all those horrid bits are, wasn't it?
So normally what we'll do is we'll remove that. We'll tap that.
Yes.
And then put just a blanking off.
Yeah.
Because that can be dangerous. I've seen a few fires. I've probably mentioned that before.
And that was a different carb to standard as well,
that's
wasn't
a
it?
28.
28.
28. So we're either going to once we're either going to use your one, which I think is okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, once I've had a good look at it, then we'll decide whether we're going to change it or not.
Okay. Okay. Good. Right. Well, it's great to see it. Lovely to see that. Love my 695 barrels. No one will see them once all that goes on,
it's
isn't
a
it?
shame, isn't it? Really, because they are quite sexy.
Yeah, and Teflon coated pistons as well.
Because even these things here,
but
you don't see them. They're all covered up.
No. We want Perspex covers or something, don't we, to say, oh, look at my engine. Final bit, exhaust. We've got to decide what exhaust we're going to put on it.
Okay, so I quite like this exhaust. I've used it a few times. It's not extremely loud. It is a little bit noisier.
Right. It looks very noisy to me.
It does, but I think what we'll do is we'll try it.
Right.
We'll get it on there, we'll try it, and then we'll do a sound test. Because we just can't put a standard exhaust on this.
No. Well, this one was particularly squashed and knackered anyway. Yeah. Is that a spring that then holds those on?
This one.
Yeah. God, look at that. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'll hold
so
it
these
there.
come out. These sleeve, and we lose the manifolds, which are a bit restrictive.
I see.
We lose
that
the elbows.
cast. Yes. Is it that side? It's the other side. No, don't know. It's the other side. It's the other side.
It's the other side.
There we are. Yeah, like that.
Nope.
So something like that.
Something like that.
It's quite shiny, isn't it? Mrs. M test might be,
She might not like it.
We might, I don't know, we might have to paint it black or something, I don't know.
Oh, I see,
we'll see. We'll see how we
that.
go. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Is that an expensive exhaust?
About 350.
350, right, okay. Yeah, it's not Lamborghini expensive.
Oh no. For 500. Compared to a new one, that's 55 quid.
55 quid for a standard one.
For a standard one.
Right.
Round about that figure.
So I think, well, we'll probably have to go for something like that. I do like the way it gets rid of the cast iron manifolds, actually.
Yeah, it makes it look really tidy.
Yeah, much better. Now, talking of tidy, that 695 I saw when we first arrived. That's pretty mad, that one.
Yeah, yes. It's a bit of a crazy one.
Can we have a quick look at that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That's odd, isn't it?
Yeah, they're normally 2.5s.
And you've got a 3 litre one?
3 litre, yeah.
That's nice. Yeah. Just a regular service or just a...
Yeah, a few bits and pieces. It's got a running issue, which we think is the air mass flow meter.
Right.
But they're pretty rare as hen's teeth. But
yeah, I've never driven a 3 litre one, only the 2.5. So
yeah, they're magnificent cars.
But look at this crazy thing. Now, I'm afraid we won't be able to carry that badge because Mrs. M will not approve. What's going on here? Is this to get more air in? Is that the theory?
I think that's the theory, but I think it's a bit of looks as well.
Right. And the propped up engine bay. Is that all right? Going to go back there? There we are.
Yeah. Nice and gentle.
On there. There we go. Is that because he's got a cooler on it? Is that the idea?
Cooling, but I think in period as well, they reckon that it was aerodynamically efficient as well to have it up, but it aided cooling as well.
Right. This is injection as well, isn't it?
Fuel injected, mad exhaust, 5-speed gearbox.
5-speed gearbox, twin port head. I'm learning that.
It's got that pound. That is the Panda 30 head.
Okay.
A lot of modifying to get that to work.
Filter as well.
Yeah.
And the maddest exhaust I've ever seen.
And they're using the 500R rear panel for the better mounting stronger mounting.
Oh, like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. But it's come here to be sorted, basically.
There's a few issues with it, yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to sort them out, sort through them.
Yeah, what sort of horsepower will this end up with, ish?
It hasn't been dynoed from what I know, so I think probably over 50, between 50 and 60, I'd say.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right
It's not
up there.
695, it's more CC than that. It's approaching 700.
Right.
Sorry, 800, beg your pardon. 800.
Right. What, with a different crank?
Longer throw crank.
God, it's got everything.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Good. Well, anyway, that's something to aim for. I'm stopping at my 695 standard, Steph. But yeah, great to come down here again, see all the other 500s all hiding under there. And yeah, I look forward to seeing the car. Well, maybe next stage it will probably be in the car, won't it? I suppose is the next
Yeah, I hope
stage.
so,
Throw
yeah.
it in and running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thanks, Steph. Thanks
That's a
for that.
pleasure.
Yeah. There you go. There's a Harry's Garage on the Fiat 500, the progress report. As I say, the next stage we'll probably be driving the car. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, keep watching, keep subscribing. More videos coming on very soon.